Hello. All right. It is Wednesday. I have kind of gotten a little bit confused because we've had a couple snow days in our area, which I'm outside of Seattle. So that's a little unusual. So welcome. If you are popping in, welcome. We are going to talk about how to maximize your household planner. You know what? And I didn't grab mine. I want to grab it. I'll be right back while you guys are hopping on. All right. Thank you for that, your patience. So now I had to run all the way downstairs and upstairs, so now I might be out of breath. But so if you are unfamiliar, this is the planner that I'm going to be talking about. This is a household planner. It has tasks, different tasks written on the days of the week, and these are going to be things that you would do to keep your home tidy, but maybe you like to binge clean and then your house doesn't stay clean, or perhaps you never were taught how to clean your home and kind of you feel a little bit lost and unsure where to start. Maybe you have like ADHD kind of brain and you start on one thing and then you end up doing something else. I'm telling you, so many homemakers have found such help just being told what to do. And there is a lot of joy, and it's kind of a joke that people will comment in their stories when they're using the planner. I'm cleaning blank, fill in the blank, because Susan just told me to do it. And I love that because there's a lot of beauty in just being told what to do or knowing what to do, because we have a lot of decision fatigue. I mean, if you're like me, managing a home and your family and all of those things, we have a lot of decisions that we make. And if we can remove some of those, it really is helpful, right? So, okay, so I asked in my stories yesterday some questions. I knew that we were going to share tips, that I was going to share some tips just from some conversations that I have had in my DMs. So I am going to cover some of those. And if you are watching here live, if you have a question, feel free to comment here and I will try to address it. If in fact you don't even know anything about this planner, you can comment the word plan right here and I will send you the link. I'll send you to a little short sneak peek video, which talks really more in detail about it. And then also a link to my top cleaning supplies or tools. And I will tell you, the list is not long because I do not believe that you need 42 different things to clean your home. So keep that in mind, friends, that it is going to be something simple because that is the name of the game. So first off, I have had conversations where many homemakers get this planner, they start doing some of the tasks, and then they feel like, okay, maybe I can't get all of them done that are listed for the day. And they start to get anxiety over that. And first off, I want to say this planner is a guide. It is your guide. And I want you to change your mindset to what can I do today versus feeling like you have to do everything that is listed on one of the days, okay? So my motto is progress over perfection. So we could sit and work in our homes for hours and hours a day. Do I want that? No. Do I want that for you? No. So it really does impact everything when you can look at the list. Just for example, let me just pull today and we can see, I think today is the 5th, right? We can see what is on the list for today. And the beautiful thing is every week is not the same in my planner. I've done the work of rotating through all types of tasks that you need to do in your home in order to keep it tidy and free from chaos. And so you don't even have to think about that. So some of the tasks on certain days of the week are the same, like washing the sheets are going to be the same for each day of the week, but there's so many other ones. So today's Wednesday. Today is replace the bathroom hand towel, dust living room surfaces, and the light fixtures. So light fixtures isn't done every week. I've done the work for you. I'm figuring out how often does that really need to have attention. Vacuum your living areas. Vacuum living room furniture. Not done every week either. And I've done the work to rotate that in so that you are not going to have toys down in the seat cushions or popcorn or chip crumbs or all of that, right? Dust and vacuum upper floors and stairs, and then launder your bath towels. That's what's on the list for today. So let's just say maybe you work full-time out of the house, and doing all of these things today wouldn't necessarily fit in the time that you have available. So I would encourage you, and this is what I've encouraged many moms who work outside of the home. I mean, you are still the manager of your home, so you want to be making sure that these things get accomplished. So one, delegate to some other family members, but look at that list and say, okay, what really needs attention and what can I do? Versus looking at that list and saying, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I can't figure it out. I can't do it all, so I'm just not going to do any of it. Wrong answer, right? We want to have a can-do attitude. So don't look at this planner as a never-ending to-do list. That's not what it's meant to be. These tasks should take anywhere from 20 to maybe 40 minutes on some of the days that have some added tasks. But the beautiful thing that you are going to see is that as you consistently do these tasks, your home is cleaner, and it takes a lot less time to do some of those regular tasks. And that has been what people have shared with me. If you're curious, go to my highlights on my profile and look under the raves tab. You're going to see people's comments. So just remember, small steps they are huge when you can do small things. Okay, so that is have a can-do attitude. That is the first one. Then the second one is kind of touched on this, but progress over perfection. You are looking for progress. This is not going to be overnight success. And I'm going to tell you right now, do I do everything on this planner every single day, every single week? No. But what happens is that since you have a list to go from, you are going to feel more confident in really what needs attention in your house. It's going to be very clear, right? What maybe is dirty, what isn't dirty. Do I really need to do that task? You get a lot of confidence in really understanding the status of your home. So, and you know, some days you just can't. Like if you have a sick day, or maybe you have a couple sick days, and we're going to talk about that because I've had a few people that have reached out in my messages, and we've been chatting about that. What happens, you know, if our family's been down for 6 days with the flu? And I will tell you, you just open your planner to the day that it is, and you pick one or two things, and you just start, right? You just start there. So you have to be, yes, I do. I keep it realistic. This is a guide. This is not your Bible to like just be feeling like, oh my gosh, I am a loser if I don't get everything accomplished. Not at all. So, okay. So I kind of touched on this next point, which was knowing exactly where to start when life gets crazy. So like the instance I just gave about your family being sick. Somebody was just sharing in their stories today about their family had been sick for the last 3 weeks, on and off. It was just all of that. And many of you probably have had this stuff that's going around. And you can come back to the day where you're starting to feel better, and then you feel stuck because you look around and there's so much that needs attention. You just don't know where to start. And then we start having those conversations in our head about how we are bad homemakers, bad housekeepers, I'm never going to get ahead, all of that negativity. We're going to stop that, because all you need to do is open this planner and decide, remember, what can I do? Okay. So even when life gets crazy, you have a starting block to go back to and kind of do a reset and get back on track. So I love that. The fourth one I wanted to reiterate was the power of delegating. So many, I did a poll, I think it was last week, at the end of last week. How many of you have your kids help with household chores? There were a lot of you that did, which was great. But I will say, I think that the span of between maybe like 2.5 to 5, there were a lot of people that felt like, oh, my child is too young. And I just want to encourage you that there is no such, well, there is such thing. I mean, obviously, if you've got an infant or, a little one that's really little, but from the age of about 2.5 and to 6, that is really, like, they want to help with everything, right? You know this. And so take advantage of that. There are so many things that, yes, it may take just a tad longer to have your little one help you empty the dishwasher, or, do some dusting, or, refill the toilet paper supply. Those things may take a little bit longer at the beginning, but I'm going to tell you, over time, you're going to then be able to say, like, hey, go refill the toilet paper. Here is the stack, here's the toilet paper. Go do that. And they're going to do it on their own. And they're going to feel so satisfied in that job. And you're going to be proud of them, right? And so that definitely, if you can walk, you can work. I love that. Yes. So as you progress, right, you are going to see it creates an intrinsic motivation in your child. The younger that you start, that they feel part of the family, that they have a piece, right, to everything running smoothly. So do not underestimate starting that. Yes, I know when my granddaughter comes, she's 4.5. I love being able to, she says she wants to help dust, or she wants to help clean a counter or a table. Girlfriend, go at it, because I'm using a plant-based cleaner that I know is safe for her. And so she can spray as much as she wants. Have fun, because it's the experience that I want her to have, right? So do not disqualify the power of delegating. And then if you're in the season where you feel like all you're doing is nagging your kids to cooperate, I want to remind you that you have a lot of power in your hands, and it may depend on your household and the different privileges that you offer. So it could be if your child has a cell phone, if you allow your child to have screen time, if you think about it this way, there are privileges that happen, right? And they get greater with age. That's how we launch our kids out into the world, right? That they get more and more freedom. So being part of our family means that you contribute as the whole. And so that equates to what those privileges are going to be. So that's a whole nother topic, but I want just to kind of present that to you in a way to think about, what do you have in your control that can help maybe motivate them a little bit more. So if you're having trouble in that area. And then the last one I wanted to touch on, and if anybody has questions who's watching, go ahead and drop them there and I can address those, is learning as you go. Last year, it's been a little over a year ago, I had a reel that, went viral, and I had so many people begin to follow me because nobody had ever taught them how to clean their home and, or how to clean in general. And so I want you to know, right? We are going to learn as we go. I'm 30 plus years into this homemaking gig. I've learned a lot. I was a housekeeper and cleaner for 8 years when I was a single mom. I cleaned a lot of other people's houses and my own. So I know a lot of tricks, and I want to keep it simple. And so know that if you show up here, you're going to get taught some of those things too. I have a great planner. I want you to use this in your home because I know that it reduces your stress. It keeps things manageable. There's just so many benefits in that. However, I want to show you how to do some of these things too. I'm going to bring value to the table so that you don't feel like you're doing this all alone, right? Who wants to try to figure it out all on their own? That is no fun at all. So I've been starting weekly tutorials. I've done some on dusting and how to wash the bathroom floor, or at least how I do it. I did one on, dusting your ceiling fans and your ceilings. I'm going to record one this afternoon on deep cleaning your dishwasher. So know that I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. I am here to share with you some of the things that I have learned over the years, because your role in the home as a homemaker, yes, does it entail managing, the home as far as keeping it tidy and having systems in place for that? It does. But you are more than a housekeeper, friends, okay? As a homemaker, you have so much value. And when you can ease up and have some routine and rhythm by using a tool to help you, it frees up other areas of time to do things that maybe are more enjoyable. So if you are tuning in now, I'm talking about my weekly household planner. I would encourage you to go back and listen from the beginning. But if you want a little more information on the planner, you can just comment plan, and I will send you the link to that and a little sneak peek video that shows you the inside and how it can help you. So my goal is to help you feel peace and purpose in your home and creating a space that your family loves to come home to, that you don't feel overstimulated with all the things. So that's my goal. So I will hang out here for a second if anybody has any questions. I think there was one earlier that was just talking about with you having older kids and what are some of those privileges, right, that you can, hold as, I guess you want to say, maybe a little bit of leverage, right? There's a lot of things. And, I think the most common is screen time. It can be video game time. It can be, even family movie time. Plan a family movie and say, these things have to be done, and write them on the whiteboard. Take some tasks from your planner. These are the items that need to be done. And we're going to have a Friday night movie night, and it's going to be X, Y, and Z, but I need help with these things. I'm telling you, if you've got some of your kids that actually help to do those, right? Ding, 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 they get to be part of that. If there's a child that doesn't, and they don't, right? Those are logical consequences, and they are hard to stick to. I will tell you that, right? But if your goal is to get cooperation and get that motivation, and for your family to feel like all for one and one for all, like we're all in the space of keeping our home tidy, I'm telling you, it may be one or maybe two of those events that the stubborn child may choose differently the next time that opportunity comes around. But for us, I have older children that are all out of the house. We have one at home still that's 15. If I need help, he has to do tasks that I have written on a whiteboard before he gets any kind of free time. So he doesn't get to go out and just play in the yard or go do any activity until the list of items is taken care of. So he knows this. He doesn't get his phone. He doesn't get to do games or screen time. So I would say, just think about what those things could be for your older kids, and then have a family meeting, share your expectations and how them helping is going to truly impact your family as a whole. Because when you have space, like I said, that frees up for you to do fun things with your family, I think everybody loves that, right? You, but also your family. So game nights, being able to go on family hikes, be able to, plan different things because you're not held captive by caring for your home. I will tell you, I can remember a time when, it was Saturday. We spent all day Saturday getting our house in order. And I think back now, I didn't know better. I didn't understand how I could do this in a routine and a rhythm that really kept my house tidy all the time. But I think of the things, oh gosh, we could have done, a family hike that day instead of spending all day cleaning the house. And so just think about some of those things that your family might enjoy as well. So, all right, if you're catching the tail end, I would encourage you to go back and watch the beginning. If you are curious about a household planner that I have here that actually tells you what to do, and I think you're going to love it, you can comment the word plan, and I will send you the link to that. And then make sure you give me a follow if you haven't followed me yet. And I'm there doing the things alongside you. And we actually have a 28 Days to a Simplified Home going on right now for the month of February. So you can check in my bio and you can get a free checklist for tasks to do if you feel like, oh yeah, decluttering is my thing right now. I feel like we have too much stuff. That's another option that I have for you, and that one is free. So, all right. Take care, friends, and I will see you in my stories.